Well, hey, howdy, hey everyone, this is Chris here, aka Omega Actual, and I'm playing Diablo 3. I just picked it up the other day, and I've gotten through Act 1, and I'm going in Act 2 right now. It's a fun game. This is a loot game, plain and simple right now. This is how you make a loot game. And I'm loving it. I'm loving every single bit of it right now, like the balls to walls combat, you know, the variation of the styles. I'm only playing in a single player right now. I'm well aware though I can play with other people, and I'm just gonna take it easy right now. We're just gonna have some fun. Now I have no idea what's going on here. I just got to this area. I assume it's a new hub, so that's good because I was just in Tristram before that, and I like it that my guy got here, and of course my character Thorax the Impaler isn't going to ask any sort of questions about, well, how... there he is right here. Look how glorious he is. Now, he isn't going to ask any questions about, hey, how did you get here? I mean, I didn't pay for your caravan to come all the way over here. Squirt the peddler.
From Tristram.
Look at this. Like, this little girl is carrying, like, a huge meat cleaver. Like, in what, I wonder? And she wants 8,000 bucks for it, too. Take a look at this. One chance to experience a kill, champion's wound sword. Does have more vitality and a bit more damage, although I like my champion sword a bit better. It does have more attack speed, so that's good. Very good. Look at this place. It's a real dump, I think. Neck the Brawler. Yeah, everyone decided to come along. Apparently, when that guy, the angel guy, paid for my ticket to come across the sea, he essentially took everyone with me. Let's talk to Leia here.
Here we are. Chaldeum, Jewel of the East. Uncle Deckard loved this place.
He wouldn't now.
Looks like a
that
dump.
he's under the spell of Belial, Lord of Lies. I can smell his stench, Omir.
Sorry, that was
We
me,
will
man.
split up.
Forgot to shower.
You two find Belial, and I will hunt his servant Magda. Cain will be avenged.
Alright, so, Chaldeum Bazaar. Well, this is technically the bazaar already. I mean, I can't really buy anything anywhere else. And from what I understand is that this is like a... Well, who's this?
Guard, where do these refugees come from?
I am not a god. I am a Shira, commander of the Iron Wolves. We saved these refugees from Magda's coven, that even now wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
The Borderlands? Well, let me tell you a story about the vault.
She's heading toward Alcarnus, but has blocked the road behind her. However, there is another way. Through the Kasim outpost.
Huh. Alright, the Kasim outpost. You're not going to tell me where it is or anything like that. I can't really buy anything from these people. Just a bunch of just people just sitting around. I kind of like it, though. I like the way it looks. Oh, so I can buy stuff here. I mean, it is a bazaar, after all. Can I talk to her?
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Chaldeum while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Good. Learn what you can while I hunt Magda.
Be careful.
So now I've got two quests running at the same time. It's I gotta go to the Sunder Canyon.
Sounds like
So that's pretty good. You know, I actually did a little bit of reading on the story and all that. Well, I mean, it's a pretty good story. I mean, insofar as like in the well, it's not really average. It's sort of like the Pits of Hell opening and all that. I got like a whole bunch of quests to do right now, so I'm gonna go back later and do that. So it's good to see that I've got a lot more stuff to do at this point, because when I was back in Tristram, it was basically just like a storyline quest. It's like Act 1 was essentially just the tutorial sort of level here. Oh, so it looks like this is new. It looks like these guys poisoned me or something like that. Hold still. And the Thorax impales all. What Cooney. I've also been reading the lore stuff as well. I love games with lore. It's just... to see like developers that actually care about their world. I mean, I was into very lore-heavy games like Mass Effect or Halo or Star Wars, and I love all that stuff. I mean, I've stated several times before that Knights of the Old Republic was my favorite Star Wars game of all time, simply because it added so much to the lore. And I guess Diablo is sort of the same. but I haven't been with it nearly as long. This is actually my first Diablo game. I never played the original. And I don't know why, for the life of me. I guess it wasn't just appealing to me at first, but you know what? It's fairly good here. I love finding a whole bunch of loot. Now, previously I recorded an episode before this, but it didn't turn out so well. I didn't have my correct microphone selected. So my audio was kind of junk. But as I was saying in that one, that this is how you do a loot game.
They are very near to us.
No one is here. The way is blocked.
You should never have come.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it's a fake wall. It's a fake wall. They got us. It's just like at your garage door that you have painted the same as the, as like the rocks behind it. Let's do this.
More time.
Oh, I love that one. So now I gotta talk to
You
you.
know about the ambush.
I am an enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Arena.
I'm guessing that she's gonna be another companion.
What really brings you to these lands?
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for you.
There we go. So this is how you make a loot game, because in this game, like I've seen, oh wait, so many opportunities to pick up new stuff, more powerful stuff, and especially going off of Destiny, because Destiny is apparently a loot game, apparently, but I haven't seen a whole lot of loot, not lately.
Well this day.
Are there more Lacuni on the road to Alcarnus?
Even worse. Cultists are casting spells in 2 of their desert lairs to obscure the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist
Hold on a
magic
second, I
seems
want to
be
explore this
emanating
area. Oh, I gotta touch this here. Getting magic and gold, fine. Well, I'm playing right now just as like a barbarian, as a brute strength sort of a character. And you know what, that's alright. I like bashing enemies to bits and all that, like making them fly all the way across the screen. And apparently I hit them so hard I liquefy their skin and just leave skeletons, like I'm freaking Alma from Fear. That's awesome. And my Templar with me. I mean, I found the Templar at the very beginning of the game, and you know what? He's probably by far the best companion. I don't like the Thieves. He's only like, I assume he's just like the rogue character. But the Templar, I don't know, I just mesh a whole lot more with him.
There is
And
another illusion here.
I'm just disappointed they didn't put his name, because they took enough time to actually give me the name of the Templar, but
If we follow these prints, we
it's
can find their lairs
it
and
wasn't a
alter
factor
rituals.
after that point.
I will seek out any other traces of their magic.
Does the Enchantress actually do anything in that regard? I mean, is that actually like a skill of hers where she can find traps or something like that? I don't really know. I would assume that an Enchantress would be good at finding these sort of magical traps throughout the world.
Not ready yet.
Oops. And I used to roll with the cleave attack, where I can just simply engage like a huge wave and attack multiple enemies, but it seems like just like the simple attack, like the ruthless attack, is dealing huge amounts of damages, and my armor is pretty much so good I can just eat all of their attacks and nothing bad will happen. And I have to take some time and actually read some of the Diablo wiki and all that, because it appears that like this story has sort of transcended all 3 games. And it's very useful if you're willing to put like a whole lot of time into that, and it just helps. Like, it makes it much more of a rich experience. Like there was a cutscene at the end of Act 1 where we learned like the identity of Tyrael, and it showed parts of, I guess, the High Heavens and stuff like that. Where, well, if you haven't played the game, like, minor spoiler, Tyrael is an angel of justice. He is apparently justice incarnate. He's like the god of justice, except he's not really a god. It's like, he's kind of like who's the god? I mean, who's the part in Christianity is involved in that sort of stuff? I don't know.
Make them pay.
Oh, here we go. There's a couple of wallers. So these guys are tough because they love to throw up these little barriers and all that and make my life difficult. And look at that, more loot, more blue loot too. And also, just because you got yellow loot doesn't mean that it's always going to be useful, because oftentimes you're going to find you're often going to find blue loot later on that'll always outclass the other one. So it's all dependent on level. So you can be like level 1 and find like a yellow object, but if you progress another 2 or 3 levels, you might find another blue object that's going to have much more damage, or it's going to have better magical qualities. Now in Destiny, it seemed like it was always focused on light. After a certain point, you were only focused on leveling up. You didn't care a single thing about the objects, characteristics. You always needed to have something with more light. That's all. And that was sort of disappointing, because even if you liked a helmet, if a helmet had like another sort of perk that would have helped out your combat skills, it doesn't matter because you didn't have the light needed to level up. And I think that's where Destiny sort of failed as a loot shooter versus Diablo, because in Diablo you have too much loot. I've often found myself with times where I had to sacrifice other parts of my my inventory just to simply be able to carry more loot or better loot. So and I couldn't always make it all the way back to Tristram to sell it back to the
This is
what's
one
this?
of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
And like what was I saying? Like I was distracted. There was a beep or something like that. Like yeah. So I couldn't always make it back to New Tristram to sell my goods. So I had to like bite the bullet and just drop something. But the thing is though, that's a sign of a good loot game, because you constantly have to judge whether or not you want to carry that high level object all the way back or not. And also, where you can, in this game, you can train your blacksmith to make new designs and all that, and new goods for you. Now I understand it. Destiny is an MMO. We don't like to say it's an MMO, but it's a very, very basic MMO. But still, like trainers in those in MMO games always allowed you to make new things, or buy new things, like if you leveled up or if you retrieved objects and stuff like that for them. Oh, it's this hypnosis breaker. Oh, that looks good. Let's check that out. My first thing in a little while here. Level 23, rare amulet. Squirt's necklace. Squirt. I mean, I got that earlier. 5%, 79 battalion. I don't know if I want it, to be quite honest, because even though the legendary stuff, I'm playing a build right now where I can dish damage as well as take it, where I can also regenerate a lot of my health. So some of the items that I'm going for is basically like like life per hit, where I can just, like I said, like you see how fast my health bar can regenerate there? That's always what I want to look for, I think, when I'm fighting, because if I'm going up against a boss and I think that, yeah, dead worms, and I think that I'm getting my butt kicked, I can step back for a second and just let my health regenerate a la Call of Duty. And that'll give me like a fair sort of chance. I don't know if that's cheap or not, but if I'm going to progress through the story, that's definitely one of the things that I want to look for to give myself a fair chance. Oh, sandworms. They're even in the desert. It's like I'm going to have to do the Fremen worm riding ritual. I am Wadib Thorax. Yeah. This is disgusting. See, look how much damage I'm putting on these guys. Wonderful. Templar, you wish you could hit as hard as me. I don't need that because, like I said, I regenerate. Like, that's what I want. That's the way I want to play. Like in Destiny, you were really forced to play like a certain sort of way. And yeah, I'm making a lot of comparisons to Destiny. Sue me. I bought that game. And I feel like as a loot game should be compared to loot games. Alright, so if people don't want me to use Destiny, then people would want me to use Borderlands. And in a way, I don't know if Borderlands is better or not, because Borderlands is sort of fundamentally different. Borderlands is a first-person shooter with RPG elements, heavy RPG elements. And, actually, yes and no. I was going to say MMO elements, but no, it's got heavy RPG elements in it. And Diablo is an RPG with RPG elements. It's a third-person dungeon crawling adventure. And that's where the two can't really be complained, but both of them sort of go about loot in the same sort of way, where you're just constantly being barraged with loot. And random numbers to be sure, but that's the point, that's the fun of the game, is to randomly find something that's just incredibly awesome. And I get that. I do. And, well, let's be quite honest here. Destiny was only like the first sort of game of its kind from its creators. That pretty much just did first-person shooters, but before that point. And I'm just saying, it's kind of funny, like how those games also came from Activision, and this game came from Activision Blizzard. So all of these games are kind of not technically, I mean, it is coming from the same source. Like, Activision is essentially your RPG fix for the next little while. Is there anything down this mine? There better be some awesome loot. Because when I entered in here, it gave me, like, it showed me that this is the caverns level 1, which means that there's likely going to be multiple sort of levels. Like, even in the beginning of the game, where I saw that there was like a tower, like it supposedly looked nice and small, and then there were like 4 additional levels, like in a cathedral. Who needs to build like 4 huge levels in a cathedral and all that? I mean, granted, yeah, I understand you want like a lot of room and all that, but that thing was like the size of the frickin' Vatican. Probably twice as many secret corridors. Or like a 4-story deep torture chamber in another area of the map. I mean, that's metal when you have like all the torture chambers. Like when you get to the bottom, it's oh, I think that the worm ate me for a second. I wasn't paying attention. Like the torture chamber itself had 4 levels at the very bottom. It was like I was in hell itself, which is appropriate since I'm playing Diablo. Then again, the guy who actually built the place probably doesn't have to worry about a heating bill. And in terms of bosses right now, I mean, I've only gone up against the one really, which is the Butcher. And the Butcher itself is very easy to get around. Specifically, I've got like a specific sort of cycle that I go through. Well, yeah, I suppose I do. I mean, I save it for huge groups of enemies, but I like to use a special ground pound that opens up like a sort of a flaming sort of patch, like a sort of like a lava thing. Like, what's the actual ability itself called? Let's see, right? It's called Earthquake. Call the Ancients. Oh, I didn't even attach a rune to this yet. Ground shakes you move, leaving fire in your wake. All enemies hit are frozen. Giant Stride. Let's do that. They said I didn't even do that, so I thought it was just powerful on its own. I forgot about like the perks. So if you do well in it, you're gonna get like the ability to add extra runes to your attacks, which will make it far more powerful. And of course, people watching this video that have obviously played Diablo are gonna know that. However, there are probably plenty of people, like especially those coming across my channel, that haven't played Diablo before, and thus this is kind of like a new thing to them. And this game is big. It is big. It's going to take up a huge portion of your time, especially like if you're walking, of course, and not using any of the fast travel. It looks like we've gone in a full circle here. Let's try out the new ability. Oh, cool! Look at that. I can actually, basically take that earthquake ability and just walk around and cause even more damage. Look at this. We got in a full circle in this place. I still haven't found anything else, which leads me to believe that the stairway to go down is probably back in that direction here. These dungeons are big. It's going to take you a while to go anywhere unless you have the ability, well, unless you select the ability to sprint, which, to be quite fair, you can do that, but you never know when you're going to get jumped by a bunch of enemies. I just like it. Like, when I started out this thing here, like, my entire guy was essentially naked, wearing nothing but like a loincloth, because he is a barbarian, which it makes sense. He's like a Klingon warrior sort of thing. But you just keep on finding more and more awesome loot over, like, a short period of time. So this guy's decked out to the nipples with barbarian stuff, huge freaking, look at this guy here. He looks ready for war and all that. who is the one you see her in the opening cutscene, and she gives you plenty of quests, and you have to use her uncle to I don't know, like accomplish a lot of the quests. Seriously, there's no way. Ah, I see. I think I do. Shiroka Caverns level 1. Level 1 implies that there's a level 2. What's going on here? As I was saying, you're not the main character. You're just a participant in this story. It's like all the world's a stage and we are the players sort of thing. And that makes sense. I kind of like that sort of thing. Although, does it sort of mean that you're not important? Not really. You're kind of like a vessel. There we go. That's the way down. You're kind of like a vessel for the other characters, and they can only accomplish what they can accomplish with your help. And that's good. And you'll also find crafting materials when you go out there. Reptilian Ring of Slaughter. So, that's worse, but it gives me much better health. And granted, it was really, really cool. Oh, I was talking about the angels in the high heavens not too far back. And, it's cool because one of the characters, Tyrael, was an angel. And he was sort of fell from the heavens. And here we go, it's a mini boss monster. And you got to see, I'm guessing that this guy was kind of running the show. His name was Imperius. And I'm guessing that he was God. Or at least a very, very powerful angel. And it's a cool thing because when they're actually in the high heaven, when they're angels, you can't even see their faces. It's sort of like their faces are represented as like a blank sort of slates or non-reflective surfaces. Like they're so black that they don't actually even reflect light, and that's kind of cool. But when Tyrael volunteers to, that sucks. Volunteers to become mortal, he tears off all his fancy stuff, and you can finally see his face. Wow, good find, very good find. All right, let's get out of here. So that's why you always want to go in the dungeons, children. You never know what you're gonna find. So even if I don't want to use it, my Templar should be able to. What is this? Oops, it's a rare polearm. So see, if I use that, of course, it's two-handed. But you know what? That's all right. So I'm gonna deck myself out here. And here's what I was saying before. Even though like my previous one was rare, this is 97% armor. You have to think about this. Life per second. See, that's also what I wanted to do. Is for the life per second, it's I have to decide whether or not like I want to have a better life or better sort of aspects. I've only got 10,400, 10.4. I don't know like what the ratio is. Over 10,000 armor points. I'm guessing I have to repair it though. But I've got to go forward through this way because this is part of the story. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And nothing I like, very little loading screens. They really deal with it well.
I need fury.
I need anger. Give these people air.
Kill the prison!
Okay, I'm gonna burn them. Burn them all down. Especially like the thundering giants there. I can just burn them as I walk. Sorry there, my throat's a little dry.
They tortured my poor husband.
Alright, so where have I gotta go? Talk to this guy.
I owe you my life. Bless you.
It's gotta be something in here. Butcher barrel. Is that it? I'm gonna check that quest really quick. Hidden conclave in the secret altar. Oh, I gotta kill all the bad guys here? I'm guessing there's gotta be something I'm missing in here. Unless I was dumb and was talking through the dialogue. I think I was. Let's smash it all. Oh wait.
This hero means to attack you in Alcarnus. If I were you, I would set a trap at the Kasim outpost. But I am not you. For all I know, you wish to fail me again and force me to kill you. That would grieve me, though somehow I think I could manage it.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna switch the, disrupt the secret altar ritual. I thought I did that. Where am I supposed to go? Disrupt the secret altar ritual. Hang on a second. Secret altar ritual in the hidden conclave in the secret altar in the Howling Plateau. Oh wait, the hidden conclave. Well, I gotta go somewhere else. I wasn't paying attention. Wait, what the hell? What am I missing here? Hold on a second, I've got to switch this anyway. Just want to make sure that no, the sound crosses over. May not be a problem, but just in case. Ah, much better. There we go. So that way I can hear the sound, but it doesn't disrupt anything. So I've already been down there. I've already been into the hidden conclave. I've disrupted that area there, and we'll just keep on going forward. Big desert. Lots of places for me to go. Black Canyon Bridge. What am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to do anything here? It looks like this is broken, but there's some sort of magical ability here to repair it or something. Maybe I've got to go to a second hidden area that'll allow me to cross that. This means a lot of walking around, doesn't it? Oh.
Not enough fury.
Oh, it looks like they dropped some stuff there. So in the background, I'm playing this right now, but I've also got Halo 5 Guardians, the beta, being downloaded because I've got a pretty slow internet. I had to start it beforehand, but that didn't really help a whole lot.
Look, more hidden. This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
Wonderful. So if it's an illusion, though, why can't I just cross over? I mean, I know it's fake. Lots of damage. So I've got Halo 5 downloaded, and I'm very excited to play it because people really seem to love it during the preview beta. And I can probably finish it by the end of the night because last I checked it was at 33%. Like 3 hours ago it was around 33%.
With some reluctance that
hey,
I
Deckard.
write on the 7 lords of hell. For they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me.
Tell me, what shall you do when Magda is dead?
The lords of
I shall eat a sandwich.
Asmodan plan to invade this world. I will crush their forces and cleave their skulls asunder.
How curious. You must be the one I was meant to find here.
Well, I don't know about that, but I seem awfully happy to do all that fun stuff.
I think it is time for you to know my true tale.
Yeah, we're supposed to... Oh, wait, okay, we gotta do this.
From Chaldeum. I learned these spells 1,500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet.
Everyone's been called the
Trained
Prophet
us
lately.
and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the lords of hell from invading.
This is an age of omens and prophecies. Yours is but one more. You are welcome to fight by my side.
Alright, let's do that. Let's, ha ha ha, that's funny, I like that. So let's try swapping it up.
You will find it to the north, though it is still some distance away.
Oh.
I need fury.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, that's just fantastic. Okay, I gotta be careful now. I'm actually getting my butt kicked here.
Need more time.
Alright, just walk around. Let's just imprison him. Let's wall him in with a whole bunch of lava. And I'm still getting a lot of... stuff, like a lot of damage here. So that didn't bother me. I actually beat that no problem. So I had the Templar for so long that maybe it should be best to just, like, you know, swap him up and try someone else. Because the apparently this enchantress, even though like it's been 1,500 years, like she still speaks the same language and she can understand me, or else she took like a crash course on Rosetta Stone or something like that. And no culture shock either. I mean, I wonder if her master informed her of all that, unless this is like the same sort of place that she was before. Man, I'm ripping these guys apart. No one can stop me.
More fury.
Pardon me. I mean, if I were to go back to freaking Tristram right now, I would just totally wipe the floor with everyone. Like in level 30. It's a you rank up pretty fast in these games.
Still recharging.
Tiptoe through the tulips, baby. 33 kills, pretty good. Now I could take the thing back to town. Should I? Because then I can hawk off the rest of my the rest of my goods. Ah, you know what? What the heck? I'll do it. Oh wait, hidden camp. Oh, that explains why everything looks like junk. It's all hidden, so naturally it's gonna look cruddy. Leia's belonging. I can read their private stuff.
Secrets, and I still remember most of them. I can get into Chaldeum through the sewers if I avoid the Imperial Guard. While I'm out, my friend has sworn to take down Magda. It won't bring Uncle Deckard back, but we'll all be relieved when she's gone.
And so, like, the more I train this guy up, like, the more I can buy from him, I suppose. Let's see. Anything new? Illustrious Ironwood Shield. I gotta be level 41 for that. So, like, I wonder if 50 is the upper level for that. Otherwise, I'm doing pretty good on my own. Tell you what, I can't even access that stuff. I can do that later. Let's see, 129 armor. Oh, I have to repair my stuff anyway from him. There we go. And I can probably salvage some stuff. Get some like embers and all that. So if I need to construct anything, that'll be the place to do it. Actually, no. No, I'm not. I'm gonna sell to you, little... there we go. If I can click that thing, it would be great. I can sell you my stuff, little girl. Spalders. Get rid of it because it's still doing good for me. Proven accurements. What don't I want? What is useless to me? Socketed Warblade of Starlight, don't need it. Perceptive Lantern, don't need it. But I got some money. I'm going shopping. Don't need it. I got plenty of room as well. Wonderful. Alright, let's head back to the Black Canyon Mines. I'll probably do that, then I'm going to cut the episode. Oh, the gold's still here too. I guess is the way to go. The deserted cellar. It's pretty big for a cellar, don't you think? Oh, I can't stomp the rats. How disappointing.
I don't want to die.
Yeah, well, hang on a second. I gotta change up my attacks. I'm gonna go... Oh, weapon throw. I'm gonna go to cleave for this one. Because it makes sense for, like, a pole arm, right? And, of course, he dies right as I get to him. Oh.
I need fury.
Trying to do this on me? Alright, you're gonna go play Illusion. Stinging Restraints. Well, that didn't work out so well for you now, did it, my friend? Is that it? There has to be more. No, I guess that's it.
Why do you laugh?
I just recalled something the Prophet said about you.
What was that?
Your feet smell. You have a tiny sword. And I hate like prophets and all that. You know, they foretell like doom and destruction and all that. I'm never my own man. I gotta always report to another person in that regard. Crap. Thought I would get at least 20. I'm still doing some heavy amount of damage even with cleave. I thought that cleave had a lower damage output, like in exchange for hitting a huge amount of enemies. But you know what? It's still doing a decent amount of stuff here. Maybe that's just because the polearm just does so much damage on its own. It's just part and parcel with it. I mean, look at it. I'm just totally tearing these things up. I mean, thorax impales all.
There isn't much time.
You're gonna die in a second, aren't you?
Miners, my friends, disappeared one by one, tortured or enslaved by the cultists. Only I was left.
Be still. Your wounds are deep.
Yes, but for a good end. I released the fiend that lay deep within the cave. Then lured the cultists inside. Please, go down there. Ensure they're all dead. And kill that horror before it.
Before what? No! The plot took him! There's an elevator, too.
Cannot control it any longer.
It's okay. Burn it! The Dervish Lord. Look at that. I just totally annihilated this guy. I mean, true, I'm playing on easy because it's the first time I'm playing it, and the game recommends that I do that. You can't fault me for that. Was that the boss? Was that it? Really? Huh. Just like a whole bunch of like small caves here. I mean, that's your 30 seconds of fun. Hey, buddy, I killed it. It was kind of easy. It's kind of like a waste of my barbarian skills, but whatever. You know what? That's what he wants. That's what he gets. I'm looking for the Qasim outpost. Could be worse. I mean, it could be Cazadors fighting me, but even as a barbarian, I think that I would be a little bit outmatched in that regard. And I don't know if like it would make companions die, they permanently die. I don't think they do. Hang on, I gotta equip her with stuff here. My follower. Wow, you're not getting some very good stuff. Oh, whoops. What did I give her? I don't know, but you're getting this. Look at that, a little lady, big axe. Slows melee attackers for you and the enchantress. Erosion or disorient. It conjures a pool of energy that deals damage and causes effective enemies to take additional damage. I want that, and it looks like I'm pretty close to actually having another ability for her. That's good. She is very well armed now. Always make a point to upgrade your companions' armor and their arms. No, trust me, they will thank you for it later. I mean, you don't want them to die on you. I got some pants. It looks like it's got like a socket. I don't know how I would attach sockets just yet. Probably because I just haven't found any. But when I do, I will be sure to place many of them on my goods. I wonder if it's kind of like, if it's like in Dragon Age where you have like an attunement slot or something like that. Or you can attach runes. Probably the same sort of thing, generally speaking. Oh, ho, ho. I know, like in Dark Souls, I always roll with the polearm. And now, playing this game, I know why. It's just an ultimate example of manly prowess. Actually, I found... Uh-oh, treasure goblin. Take no chances. Now, I heard that these little guys open up portals to places where you can get extra money. Apparently it's super rare, or you have to let them run away or something like that. I don't know. It said in the update screen that place exists, but I don't know where it is. And treasure goblins, also a good example of loot that just randomly appears in the world. It makes sense to me. The Cassim outpost must be up here soon. Oh, wait.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils, and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the Prime Evils. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the Prime Evils to our mortal realm.
It is too quiet.
Alright, so, found the place. Now I gotta talk to whoever's in charge here.
We've been safe ever since the Imperial Guard came.
Lieutenant Vakim.
Open the gate. I must get to Alcarnus.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Alright, let's go talk to David, I guess. Nothing over there. He's probably downstairs.
Here you are.
Oh, great.
Delivered unto me as a sacrifice. A gift from Lord Belial.
I'm getting tired of your shit, lady.
You are the sacrifice. He set you here as bait to lure me away from his treachery in Chaldeum.
No! He would never betray me! Strike him down!
Oh, this is gonna be good.
The Lord of Lies, Magda. But here is the truth. You were dead the minute you killed Cain.
I'm coming for you, lady. Stark Bite. Now, like, icy Stark Bite? Who are you? Wrath of the Berserker.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
Go nuts. Are you are you David?
We've been discovered.
Hopper Fang. So like a bunch of Naga people or something like that. Okay. Iridescent Tears, good. Oh no, they can cloak. That's just wonderful. You know what? I've got a pole arm. Your cloak is meaningless. Captain David.
Has Magda reached Alcarnus?
Yes. We've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
You look exactly like the last guy, Captain David.
The sooner justice will be done.
Alright, I think this is a good time to cut it off. It's, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed Diablo 3. I'm definitely going to be playing it. Hopefully the Halo 5 beta has been downloading a bit more. And hopefully it's that much closer to being done. Hopefully before the end of tonight. And I'm saying hopefully a whole lot. But you know what? That's just how I feel about it. I'm hopeful. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video whenever I can make one. This is Actual, and I am signing off.